In this episode, we are looking at environment degradation. At the end of this week's lesson, you'll be able to define the concept environmental degradation, outline the effects of human activities on the environment, observe, collect, and record information regarding factors that lead to environmental degradation, and of course, complete at least 4 of the 8 activities at the Learning Center. Environmentalists are taking keen interest on the rate of degradation of the natural environment. That is, the depletion of natural resources. These include air, water, and soil. Now, depletion is the removal of good things from the environment, okay? While the term pollution means that we are adding bad things to it. Let's go back. So, we're looking at ways in which humans affect air, water, and soil. In fact, when environmental degradation takes place without strategies being put in place to sustain the environment, it affects rather the ecosystem, and some wildlife eventually become extinct. Let's look at figure 1 now, and it shows the sources of water degradation. So here at the heart of the concept web, we have water degradation. Bauxite mining can lead to water degradation. You see the arrows? So bauxite mining can lead to water degradation. Sewage can lead to water degradation. Oil spills can lead to water being degraded, and plastic as well. Engage. Discuss environmental degradation as a result of deforestation. Include slash and burn as a method of clearing land, the construction of houses, using trees to provide yam sticks, and burning charcoal. Let's go with this now. So, slash and burn, farmers want to clear an area. They will just, cut things down and then light them on fire to clear the area quickly. Right? That leads to the soil becoming bare. Soil is bare, and of course, the burning process will kill some of the living organisms that are in the soil. And remember, we spoke about soil being comprised of living things as well. So those things would die from the heat, right? So that would initially lower the fertility of the soil. Then we have using concrete and so on to cover the soil when we have buildings, right? Construction of buildings. When we use trees to provide yam sticks, for example, we're going to be cutting down trees, and again, that can lead to deforestation, leading to areas being uncovered. Burning of charcoal, same thing. Can these practices lead to desertification? No, desertification is when we had an area, it has been stripped of the natural vegetation, and it gets to the point where deserts are formed. So we move on. Explore. It says access the internet, then download and view a video on the effects of human activities on the environment. So again, we are having an impact on the environment. Okay. We continue now. Explain. Complete figure 2 by writing above each number the type of environmental degradation based on the description given. Select the answers from this list: disturbed habitat, deforestation, and desertification. Let's go with this. So figure 2, here we have 1, deforestation and overgrazing; 2, urbanization, pollution; 3, cutting down trees, slash and burn. So slash and burn can lead to deforestation, yes. Disturbed habitats can be the result of urbanization and pollution, because if we're building houses, making the highway and so on to lead into urban areas, those animals at least that lived in those areas, they would have to now find somewhere else to live. So disturbed habitats there. And the final one was desertification. Deforestation and overgrazing can lead to desertification. Okay. Figure 3. This is based here on water degradation. Let's see. Bauxite waste, such as the liquid from the red mud lake, can seep into the underground water and is one of the reasons for water degradation. Find out other reasons for water degradation and write each reason beside a number on figure 3. So here it is. So oil spills can lead to water degradation. Okay. What else? If we have there, the thing from the bauxite waste, it can cause a fish kill. I can remember that happening in the Rio Cobre, right? But there are other factories that can have a release of things into the water. The sugar companies, for example, can release something associated with dunder that can pollute the waterway as well, right? It has a very bad smell, but the water can be disturbed as well. What else? What about a car wash? All of that soap and the other chemicals associated with washing our cars, the washing of cars can go into the water, which eventually goes into the drains and pollutes the rivers and streams and so on, right? Farming techniques can, when we add a lot of chemical fertilizer, that chemical fertilizer seeps into the groundwater and can cause problems there. So you can do some more research and look at those. Evaluate. Now it says complete at least 4 of the activities at the 8 learning centers. Word link. Create a brochure on environmental degradation. Include definition of environmental degradation, types of environmental degradation, and the effects of human activities on the environment. Self-link. Dr. Agri-Irons Center, it says, make a journal entry expressing how you feel. No, not how you feel. How environmental degradation affects you. Well, I guess you could talk about how you feel. Right? Music link, the Jimmy Cliff Center. We can write song lyrics on environmental degradation. For Edna Manley Center now, the picture link, download images of environmental degradation. Then create a carousel of these images. So you could look at the release of the waste from the mud lake. You could look at a fish kill, because the water becomes so polluted that the fish die. You could look at the an oil spill. We could look at the car wash and the effect, and whatever else you find. Body link. Identify an area with soil on your school compound or at your home. Clear a small area, then record the things that are removed. Observe signs of living things trying to escape from the disturbed habitat. Collect data on the living and non-living things found. Record the types of organisms and where they are found. So sometimes when you brush out a little place, you might see ants moving, you might see worms, you might see, other little things trying to move. Record some of those things so that we can know. Finally, now it says here, this final section says number link, Albert Einstein Center. On figure 4, the circle is divided into 4 sections representing the locations in the disturbed habitat. Right beside each letter, the organism found in each of these disturbed habitats. Okay, so here, let's go beneath a stone. If you lift up a stone, sometimes we might see some type of roaches underneath a stone, right? Under a leaf, might have a worm. in the soil, well, we'll have worms and other things. Under a log, sometimes we find bugs and all those creepy crawlies there. So it says, place them in sets. So this again links with mathematics, so we can list some things there, right? Set found beneath the stone, we can list them. Set found in the soil, and then set found under a leaf. This would be lovely for us to do. So remember, to complete the number link, we use curly brackets, right, to show the elements of the set, and the elements then are separated by commas, so we know, the number of elements there. Let's go to our social link. Mary C. Cole Center, it says, use a digital device and capture images of the organisms found and the location where each was found, and then share these images in your WhatsApp group. The Dan Macaulay Center, that's a nature link. The dumping of plastics in the ocean is a major cause for water degradation. List 4 other reasons for water degradation and explain the effect of such practices on living organisms. Now, one that you might not think of is thermal pollution. Thermal, sir. Yes, thermal. Heat, hot water getting into a river or into the sea can affect the organisms that are there. Do some research on that one. So factories that are close to the sea, and sometimes they use the water for cooling the machines in the factory. They can actually increase the temperature of the water, and therefore it has an impact on the organisms that live in that particular area. Okay, acids and other chemicals from factories and from household cooking and cleaning and so on, like, or oil, or bleach, the fertilizers that soak, all of those things. Do some research on that, and then see how water is degraded based on the activities of humans. All right, take care. That's it for now. See you in our next episode.